Hi, you guys. Leanne Holitza here. I am coming at you from the Healing Studio in Broomfield, Colorado. If you don't know who I am an energy healer and teacher, and I work out of the Healing Studio, which is also a place I founded for other healers to be teaching and healing out of. We are going to be doing, just for fun, an oracle reading card today for this week. If you type me, please, in the comments, that will get you your own personal card. But we will start off with the collective. We will do a 1, 2, 3, which will be where you tune in and get your first card, which will be, you can get it live or you can get it when you watch the replay. We're going to be using the energy oracle card. So if a card comes up 3 times a charm, we're going to be looking into that being our messages for all of us. So pay attention the whole half hour that we're together, because lots of message will come over and over again, and it'll get deeper and deeper into the reading of what the week's about. And then at the end, we will do a little brief look in June. Okay. All right. And it's always fun, you guys, to bookmark these, come back and watch them again, see how it turned out for the week, so you can get a little context about how the guides are talking to you. So, all right, using the yantra deck, I've got a new dragon friend, which I'll talk about more later, but I'll show you. Yes, and he is one of those ones where you shine a black light and it changes color. I've felt really drawn to this guy on Katie's live. She had a live sale this weekend, and she still has a whole bunch of these and little ones too, if any of you feel drawn to check it out. All right, let's go ahead and see what the week brings. Okay, well, this is a good first card. This is integrity, being authentic, standing in on your own 2 feet as yourself, not apologizing for who you are. Okay, this week you have choices. Okay, this is the helper card. So, this is basically, if you make choice the primary directive, that's going to help you get through the week the best. So, choice, being in love with yourself, being in love with your choices, realize that you do have choices. Your system really likes it when you tell it it has choices. Okay, does not like it when you do the have tos and shoulds. Okay, end of the week, no action to be taken because you've already taken it. Okay, the next steps are not here yet. Your choices have been made, but your next steps are now formulating based on those choices. Okay, so that's where we start. Now you can build on this with your personal cards. Okay, all right, so let's do a 1, 2, 3 first. Okay, tune in. 1, 2, or 3. Which one's yours? All right. If you picked 1, you're going to be working on carrying connections this week. Okay. So this kind of implies romance, but it can also just be, hugs with friends, being able to connect with people one-on-one, feeling supported in that way. All right. If you picked, this card, or number 2, you got the action in reverse. Okay. So that kind of goes along with this action card here that was in reverse. Like, it's not time to take the next steps yet. It's just pause, make the choices about what you might do next. If you picked 3, which is what I picked, is appreciation. So really enjoying. This is her in the brambles, in the thorns, enjoying the rose. Okay. Enjoy it even when it's pokey. All right. Let's get started. So if you haven't done this with us before, you just type me, please, in the comments, and I'll get to you. I'll get you a card. I'm starting at the top, and when I come down, these cards, basically, who's at the top in my view may be different than yours. Watch out for the trollers. Sometimes we get these weird comments, or somebody volunteers to give you a private reading. Nothing to do with me, so just ignore those. All right, Kimberly and Juan Carlos made it to the top. Kimberly, you got a storm warning. Okay, now this is just a forecast, okay? This is not something to be worried about, but this is just knowing that there's some things brewing, and they might be brewing inside of you. They might be brewing around you. Now, if you remember, you're going to keep an eye on those choices when these storms are happening, okay? Okay, Juan Carlos, you got upside down thinking woman. Okay, so in reverse, there may be some overthinking. If we do 3 times the charm, I'll bring up the author's book about what's going on here. But It's a good time to learn, but not overlearn. And it's a good time to also be aware that you might have other people around you, particularly feminine energies, that are saying to you, be thinking clearly or whatever, but maybe they don't have the clear thinking either. So just be kind of cautious of like the mind and overthinking and overlearning this week. Okay. Diane, you're going to want to work on envy this week. Okay. So this is just kind of a warning not to look at somebody else's greener pasture and say, I wish I had that. You don't know what it took to get that greener pasture, and you don't necessarily want to be tending to the greener pasture the way that the person who owns it does. Okay. So this is very much talking about just put envy on notice. You're going to notice when you feel like you're jealous of someone else, and you're going to maybe not do that. All right, Colin and Terry. Colin, you got the woman holding a heart, so it's upside down. So what I'm hearing from the guides, and like I said, we'll maybe check in with the author too, but in reverse, what I'm hearing from the guides for you this week is to maybe acknowledge that the woman who holds your heart is not necessarily, as the stable as you'd like, and maybe that's okay for you to just, acknowledge from a supportive distance rather than fixing it. Just give it a like love and say it's okay. All right. All right, Terry, you have got strategy. All right, so this is about making sure you write down some things, think about things. Remember the choice card telling us that we have choices, so strategize those choices, prioritize. Are you following your own priorities? Or are you following somebody else's priorities? Okay. Kimberly, you have a cornucopia. So this is Kimberly S. Cornucopia. Woohoo. Good card for the week. You have plenty to feast upon. Don't let the food go spoiled, though. Share. If you have something delicious, pass it around. Let other people eat it with you. We enjoy life better when we do it with each other, right? All right. Max A. You have indecision upside down. Okay. So what I'm hearing right now is you don't have the luxury of it being indecisive. Okay. So remember how the choices card was our focus? Well, the choice has already been made. The indecision energy is getting the universe confused, ripples. Okay. So just try and take the path that you've decided to take and, be decisive. Okay. Heidi. All right, you got caring connections. So this is Heidi M. If you picked one, we're doubling down on this one. Okay, so this is again hugs, cuddles, connection, appreciation for somebody and yourself. That kind of thing. Just really sharing your heart this week. Tiff. Oh, you got caring connections upside down. Okay, so third time we've seen the card, but only first time upside down. So stop focusing on that for you. This week is not the week to focus on caring connections. It's more just don't focus on it. The choices are being made. The energy's being stirred up. The focus or the lack or the desire can sometimes keep you in a desired state. So this card just basically says, just don't look there right now. All right, just let it happen. Janice B and Josh. Janice, you're going to work with 6th chakra Archangel Metatron. Okay, so your intuition is going to be really important this week. Your intuition about your own physical presence. Metatron's a lot about being a physical human, okay, on the earth, bringing consciousness and awareness to the people here. So, all right, Josh, you're the exception to the rule. You got action right side up. So go ahead and take action for you. Everybody else is getting no, not yet. Don't do it. Hopefully won't get this 3 times a charm because then we'll be so confused. But this card is basically saying for you, Josh, it's time for the next steps. It's time for you to take action. Move. You'll feel better if you move. Okay. All right. Stephen, Susan, and Bibi. Okay. Stephen, door to romance is closed this week. Okay. It's just, you can see it's a little bird cage with the key. Just, it's okay. Other things are going on. It doesn't mean you're not loved or connected with. It's just not necessarily the week to focus on it. Okay. Susan, you've got the thinking man right side up. He's got a crystal in his hand. So maybe meditate on some crystals. Think about some things. Thinking man, singular. Okay. One person. I'm thinking about me. I'm thinking about what I'm doing, not what we're doing. Okay. So it's like focus on yourself right now. Baby, you have got strategy going on. All right. So you see it says journal. Make some wishes, write them down, tell the universe what you want. Get the things that you want in positive ways, not through dysfunctional ways. Like sometimes we say to the universe, please, 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 and the universe is like, don't talk to me like that. Just say please one time and then thank you when it comes. All right, Janelle and Donnie. Janelle, you got the garden and the gate. Okay, so you can see she's inside the gate. It's upside down. You don't have to stay inside the gate. You have the key. In fact, the key is around her neck. See there? Okay, so you have the key. You don't have to stay trapped. You don't have to stay locked in, especially if you are telling yourself that that's what's happening. Your guides are saying stop that. Donnie, you've got blossoming abundance. Okay, so things are coming to fruition. You have a lot of energy coming to you about what you've already asked for coming to life. Okay, so nice. Not much more to say about that. Eli K. Eli, you got the magician and the mirror. Okay, so this is like basically a call to your own magic and paying attention to what you create and see the reflection of your creation, good or bad, and use it to create something more. Think that the mirror sometimes enhances the sunlight or the heat, right? And sometimes can create such a focus that it starts a little spark or a little fire. Use the mirror to highlight and focus what you need to know about your own magical manifesting skills this week. Melissa and Shannon. Melissa, got a little anxiety this week. All right, so just acknowledge it. Anxiety means too far forward metaphysically. So if you're trying to plan the future or think about something, just give yourself a little moment, okay, to pull your energy back. Nice little Mobius strip golden magnet above your head. Call back all your energy. Let the Mobius strip clear it and then drop it into the now. Shannon, you got the 6 chakra Archangel Metatron, intuition. Second time we've seen this guy. Just pay attention to your physical intuition, how your body is talking to you, what you know in your heart, what you know in your gut. Those are going to be things to do this week, is listen to that, okay? Okay. Now this one I think says Clara J.E. C1ARA. Okay, Clara, you're walking away. Okay? This is a time she is looking back. I was going to say don't look back, but she is. But you can just know that you're well supported to whatever is ready for the doors to close. Make those choices this week and go ahead and just walk away. You don't have to fight. Okay, Robin, Chris, and Austin. Robin, you have got the attachment upside down. So letting go of ego, letting go of who you think you are, letting go of the roles that have been there, but they're over, or they're alchemizing, or they're changing. Okay. All right, Chris, you're going to work with door to value. Woohoo! Look at that, money flying in the door. That's great. Get a chance to just say thank you, yes, and your guides are just saying be wise with it all, though. Give it a lot of energy of like, money likes to flow. It doesn't like to be held. It likes to move. So just think of the energy of money moving. Austin, you got the sun upside down. Okay. So this is kind of like, yeah, you're at the beginning. It's time to recognize that it's time to almost move. I kind of hear from the guides that maybe it's even a good idea for you to, get a new morning routine and start thinking about how you're going to start your days, just so you can be positive and have positive outlooks. Okay. Lisa C, you're going to want to work balance this week, yin and yang. Okay. Doing, being, balance, a little bit of both going on all the time. Give yourself a chance to just, relax into it. Relax into the doing, being part. Sunshine Flutterbutt and Travis. All I see is your handles, you guys, unless you put your names in the comments. Okay. Sunshine, you're going to work with appreciation. So see the brambles. If you picked 3 at the beginning, it's doubling down. Appreciate the rose. Appreciate that there's some things that are kind of thorny to get through. There's sometimes rough stuff, struggles to get through to have the beautiful flower of life. Okay. Travis. Oh, see, like I said, we're going to get confused if this comes 3 times as a charm. Action for you, Travis. Okay. So choice, action. All right. And then I guess towards the end of the week, don't take any more action is probably that's what I'm hearing from the guys. It's like, we're not being confusing. Take action this week, and then at the end of the week, the action is done. Okay. So whatever you're impulsive to do, movement is really important right now. Kelly and Matthew. Kelly, woman holding heart upside down. Okay. So this is going to be what I'm hearing for you is like somebody close to you, somebody who's feeling hurt, feminine energy, but who you might just want to hold space for, but not try to fix or do anything with. Okay. That you and Colin are working on that. Wonder if that's going to be a third time's a charm thing. Matthew, you are a day for romance. Okay. So this week would be a good week to go on a date, ask somebody to, join you, be romantic about it, be expressive. All right. Mountain River. You're working with your second chakra, Archangel Ariel. Okay. So give yourself a little space to, have creativity, have flow. That's important with all of us, is to be able to allow our emotions to work through. Okay, Zen Garden Kim, you made it. You found me. Hostilities. Uh-oh. Okay. Now, I want you to realize that you don't have to fight. You can put your weapons down and run if you want, but just kind of know that there might be some extra energy this week that you just want to kind of just, you can stand up for yourself. It's okay. I know you know how to. Just, be aware that you don't necessarily need the extra aggression. Okay. Hello, Bear Cynthia. You got blossoming abundance upside down. So all that's saying to me is that your abundance may not be coming to fruition this week. It may feel a little stark. I'm even hearing that it might be a good time to, plan for a winter kind of a space. That's not a threat or anything. It's just kind of like, if it was going to be cold outside and this was the last apple to pick for the season, what would I do with that apple? Would I just eat it right away, or would I, turn it into applesauce and store it, dry it, that kind of thing? Just asking you to just prepare a little bit more strategically. All right, Lori E, you've got happy family focus. Okay, look, they're even on the beach. So giving yourself a chance to just kind of enjoy what your definition of family is, how you feel into family, appreciating who feels like family. Where are you the mother? Where are you the father archetype? Who are those people in your life too? Just kind of that kind of focus. All right, Miranda, you brought third time's a charm, appreciation. Okay, so that's cool. Let's do it. Get my handy dandy reading glasses out, which have been given to me by... Okay. All right, here it goes, you guys. So this is Sandra Ann Taylor. Okay. She says, this card shows a woman holding a single rose, and she enjoys the scent and beauty of a single blossom. Yet behind her are the bramble bushes. She could focus on those, worried that she might get caught up in her prickly branches and difficulty. Instead, she's pausing to experience the blessing of the single flower. The sun is breaking through the clouds, shining on her choice, and on teeny buds waiting to open up. Okay? Nice. So everybody gets to appreciate a little bit more, a little gratitude practice every day. Maybe write some things down that you're having gratitude about yourself. All right. Taryn, you got the magician and the wand, or the mirror. All right. So what part are you playing? How can you see what you're manifesting? Again, like Eli was getting, look into the mirror, see what's getting really enhanced and really focused. And is that what you want to be creating? Because the mirror could heat things up and create sparks in certain areas. Is that what you want? Just be reflective. That's all. All right. Christy and Lisa. Christy. Third time's a charm for inaction. Like I said, this card might just confuse us. So I'm going to read it because it's for all of us. Okay. So here it says, action is an accelerant that ignites your desires. But when this card is reversed, you might find that something is missing in your determination and follow through. Perhaps you've been engaging in more wishful thinking than any constant effort. Perhaps you need to make some adjustments in what you are paying attention to. Create a structured plan that makes sure you take daily action. So it's still saying take action, even though it's upside down. It's just saying structure, right? So this will move you closer to your goals, be flexible yet persistent, and even conscious of your ability to act on your own behalf. Here's the affirmation, okay? I'm responsible for my own life. I take action towards my goals and my own happiness every day. Okay, that's for all of us, you guys. Third time's charm. All right, here we go. Lisa, you got envy upside down. I'm hearing from you guys on this card in particular that you being grateful, back in that appreciation energy, being grateful for your life, appreciating what you have, knowing that there are many people on this planet that would trade bases with you any day because of what you have. So being in kind of a gratitude space and not necessarily an envy space or an if and when space. Okay. All right. We are working with Hillary, Griffin, Birdie, and Mark now. Hillary, you're going to work detaching from attachments. Okay, see how she's got a chain on her wrist and she's looking at her mask. She's trying to figure out who she is, and she's attached to who she was, and she's kind of feeling stuck. So this week, just kind of focus on your identity and shifting the attachment energies the way you need to. Griffin, you got 6th chakra Archangel Metatron upside down in reverse. So we've seen this card twice before, but this is basically saying don't necessarily wait for the intuitive hit. If the action is to take action right now, and it's like, I kind of hear from your guides, feel the fear and do it anyway kind of thing. There's a book titled that. Just, sometimes, of course, we feel fearful when something new is happening. So just let yourself take the action. For you, Birdie, you're going to want to lean into the woman holding a coin. Now, this can be about your own abundance, and it also could be about some other female that is helping pay your bills. So leaning into just that support and understanding, being grateful and appreciative, but not necessarily, dismissive. Okay. Mark, you've got the angel of love. So you're going to be just working on heart energy this week and love, and where love is being offered wherever you can get it, pretty much all over the place. And the request for love too. Give it where you can. Okay. Just make love the priority. Isn't that good advice anyways? All right. Seriously wonderful. Courtney, man holding coin for you. Okay, so now this is going to be about just embracing single self abundance, but also about any masculine energies that are providing abundance, being able to be grateful and understanding, not resentful or distrustful. Okay, so leaning into the man holding a coin this week. Nicole and Addison. Nicole, you have brought caring connections, 3rd time's the charm for us all. So let's see what it says. For all of us, you guys, friendship, partnership of 2, possible love. This card shows a couple in a tender embrace with a woman holding the blossom of new love. Like the community card, this reveals a caring connection, but usually between 2 people only. This card upright signals the beginning of deepening and kindred spirit friendships, or even the appearance of new love. It can signify a formal business relationship as well. Affirmation, I open my heart and live to truly caring connections. I open my heart to life, to truly caring connections, the ideal friends and partners. It's coming to me now. So even if, like Tiff, you got yours upside down, that is still saying, you can just soften your focus, just not trying so hard, but still leaning into trusting that it's there. Okay, Addison, you got envy upside down too. Again, people would appreciate your life, trying to have some gratitude and recognize that, greener pastures, what if and when's not necessarily something to indulge in this week. Being much more turning away from envy than turning towards it. Okay, jealousy, that kind of thing. All right, let's see. Bree Clark. Bree. Okay. Door to personal healing and happiness. You are the source of your happiness and peace. You can make it happen. You are the one who is in charge of your sources of happiness. Okay. All right. Hannah and Sierra coming to the end, and then we'll do June, you guys. Okay. You got caring connection upside down. So 2nd time we've seen it upside down. It's coming. So just don't focus on it. Hannah, I mean, it's just that it's not saying it won't come. It's not saying it's blocked. It's actually saying it's there and it's trusting, and it wants you to not just worry about it so much. Okay. All right. Sierra. Okay, I shuffled you guys. This card came for you right side up. So again, leaning in to the caring connection. So this is the fourth time we've seen it, you guys. So it's for all of us. I think I left some words on the page, so let me just go read them. When the card appears, be on the lookout for new connections presenting themselves. The relationships you already share may become more intimate, purposeful, and on or present at this time. Notice the opportunities to forge new or deeper bonds. There may be a tender karmic connection at hand. All right. That's for all of us, you guys. All right. Let's see. We got Selma. Selma, here is your card. Oh, third time's a charm for the envy, you guys. So that means it's for all of us. So let's read what the author says and see if she has anything extra to say than I didn't say about the guides. From the guides. I mean, basically, I'm getting like, just be grateful. But let's see. This card in reverse heralds a great time of joy and appreciation. Your choice to shift your focus from future longing to present gratitude creates a significant difference in your energy field and moves out of dramatic and radiant way to attract more to you. You know that you can keep your eye out on future goals without losing sight of your present gifts. So continue to release old feelings of envy or lack wherever those thoughts or emotions come up. You're well on your way to a completely gratifying life with genuine acknowledgement of value within and around you will only keep drawing more value to you. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yes. Thank you. Affirmation. I let go of lack. I look at the blessings in my life with joy and satisfaction. I am glad. Woohoo. Thanks for bringing that for all of us. That sounds like a good card. All right. I'm going to do one for my husband and then we'll do June. Okay. All right. Third time's a charm with this one. That's what I love when he brings the last third time's a charm. Archangel Metatron. Let me read you some more guidance there. Okay, this is a very powerful Archangel Metatron card, bringing brilliant indigo vibrations to your brow chakra or third eye, which is the center devoted to insight and clear thought. When this card appears upright, it indicates a much greater clarity in your thought process and to expand perspective towards broader horizons. All right, woohoo. I'm going to just summarize with the 3 times the charm, and then we'll do June, okay? Okay, so for the week, these are the focuses. All right, we saw this one upright and upside down. So just really be focused on what action is to take. The choice card at the beginning of the reading was telling us that that's our helper for the week, is to see where we have choices and then take action on those choices. Envy upside down basically tells us to be grateful for what we have and who we are. Appreciation comes along with that, which just heralds in that, yes, life is sticky and messy and scary, but just be grateful for the beautiful flowers that come. This card came a couple times, both directions, but third time's charm. Upright. Focus on your one-on-one relationships this week and trust your intuition. It is a powerful time of knowing. All right, you guys, let's do June. Boop, 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 boop. June 2026. All right, here we go. Okay, beginning of the month starts off with some judgment. Compassion upside down. It's basically conditional love is what this is saying, which isn't great because that's kind of doesn't feel very good. Compassion, judgment, harshness, that's what this card kind of indicates. The helper card for the month is oneness. So even if you're feeling judged, even if you're feeling judgy, focusing on we are all in this together. We are all reflections of each other. When you go walk outside, evidence of those connections are everywhere. Those streets that you walk on, those chairs that you sit in, there's people behind all of those things, right? Into the month. Interesting, because this was also the kind of that a message for the end of the week this week. Action sideways, taking the next steps. Ganesh is in this card, remover of objects. It's sideways. What this is saying is singular focused action this month, based on oneness, based on what's good for all involved, not just yourself. Okay? All right. We did it. That's June. See you guys next week at the same time, same place. If you are interested, by the way, I am in a retreat that I am going to be part of in Greece and Italy. That's about to launch this week. So look out for the registrations for that. I'm really excited about it. So hopefully some of you will be excited to join us. All right. See you guys later. I want to just say one more thing, which is go be amazing. Bye.